Today, we are going to be putting some nice intakes on this S6 to really bring out that turbo spool. Right now, we have just a fat factory air box, and it really minimizes the noises you can get from it. So hopefully, after we put these in today, we can have a nice whoosh when we let off the gas. And yeah, let's get right into it. Before we do that though, let's quickly smoke our taillights so that these are a little bit darker. Could have sworn I had a squeegee, but I cannot find it anywhere. So we're going with the Michael Jackson glove here. First, we are going to clean the surface, rubbing alcohol, wipe that off. And then I already have one old strip cut from excess when I had my S4. I think that will work on this outer tail light over here. And then I've got enough to do it all if I do it in one attempt. And without a squeegee, and I've not worked with vinyl in a long time. Not too confident, to be completely honest, but hey. See if we can make it happen. Now that it's wiped down inside as well, we will of course tuck around here. You know, obviously I can't really get in there, so I've not used this stuff in so long. Genuinely have forgotten how to. Give the heat gun a second to heat up here. All right, let's see if I have any memory of how to do this. Okay. Let's just peel. And go here. I wonder if this will be harder to do than my S4 tails or easier. That bevel there is tough. General way down. Oh goodness. Whew. If I cut it a bit, it'd be easier to work with. Alright, what I'm gonna do. Now it's all about using heat in my hand to try to get this nice with no wrinkles. Once we've got something we are a little bit satisfied with, definitely questioning some parts of this, we can go ahead and use a tool like this to tuck it in. We're going to use a little bit of heat when we do that, and then we are going to cut it with a razor blade. So now we can cut it and just clean this up. I think it looks a lot better than stock. If you look closely, I mean, you can definitely see wrinkles at some spots, but that's okay. I had that on my S4 too. What really matters is from a distance. And believe me, you're not gonna notice those from a distance. Maybe these ones up here. These ones are pretty bad. Cannot lie, guys. I'm just gonna blame it on the squeegee, even though we all know this is definitely from me. Anyways, let's tear off the like protective overcoat and get a final look at this. If I can do this one-handed. Make sure. There we go. Oops. Alright. There we go. Get a little bit of a better idea. I gotta clean up the parts that tore though. Went around one more time and did a little bit more tucking on these sides. And there we go. So that's this side. And then this is that side. So it is definitely darker. Noticeably darker, which is what I was going for. So I like it. We're gonna keep going. I hope this is going to be a lot easier. This is very flat. This was obviously curved over. We had this little lump here. So the outer taillight, I think, is definitely going to be the harder part on both sides. So maybe we got the hard part done already. Boom, that is the left side completely done. This inner taillight, so much easier. There's like one nick right there, and that's literally it, because it's just such a better surface to do it on. So there's the difference between left and right. I guess now I'm gonna do this passenger side outer and the passenger side inner, and I'll be back, but I just know this is going to be a pain. Sides finished. Oh, it looks so good. Right now the taillights are on. And I mean, just look at that. You guys cannot tell me that doesn't look better. By the way, that is so much better. If we compare sides, like, you can see stuff right like there, and obviously up there, right? But then over here, I don't know if there's a single imperfection on this inner taillight. And then this outer taillight, there's like nothing. Those are just small hairballs that I could probably still get out. I did so much better. So if I really want to, I could redo this outer taillight. I went ahead and backed the car into the garage so that we can get under the hood a little bit easier, since it is extremely tight in here, especially when I have such a big body like an S6. It is about to rain soon if it's not already sprinkling, so I might get a little wet doing this, but hey, it's for the car, and honestly that's all that matters. So let's go ahead, let's pop the hood without hitting anything. We just go down here and reach for this latch right there. Boom, pop the hood. I don't think you guys have actually seen the hood popped before, so let's go ahead, let's do this. We reach under here, and bam, a beast, twin turbo V8. Yeah, all the pollen, it came like that. You know what, I'm gonna give it a quick wipe down too while I'm in here. My car being dirty kind of just ticks me off. I don't really like how the dealer didn't clean this, but anyways, we've got to take these intakes off. I may not have the new intakes right now. They are going to come in soon. And I can get ahead of it by taking off the OEM intake. So basically we've got, seems like literally just a hose clamp. I know I say this all the time, but this job is going to be extremely easy. I've said that before, and then it turns out to be a painful job, and I break things like my lower end links. But seriously, this time around, how do you, yeah, it's a hose clamp. Genuinely, it's a hose clamp. I bet this big box is bolted in a few places. I see like maybe a T30 there. But no, yeah, look at how small these turbos are. I can't wait until we get RS7 turbos. We'll have to upgrade these charge pipes and of course get rid of those pesky OEM down pipes. There's so much I want to do. But for right now, stage 1 of this build, we are replacing this intake. This is, yep, just come out. That was very easy. Now I'm just gonna wait for the new ones to come in. I did notice something. There's 2 slits, literally there and in the same spot on both. But I can't imagine it meant to be like that. So my question is, how did that happen? And I mean, there's excess air getting into the system, which I don't think is a good thing. Finally here, let's go. All right, so we've got our 2 cones in there, the piping, and then I assume like the connectors. So let's go. All right, I cannot wait. I really hope we don't have to use these still. I hope the kit replaces them because those are like torn and all messed up. I don't know the layout for the piping. I took a guess, and if it doesn't work, we'll literally just change it around. I got 1 cone in. That seems right. It is extremely tight. I can adjust it still a little bit, and I will. I'm not gonna fully tighten anything down until we get both cones in. And I know that they all fit. That sits high. I don't think that clears. Would that clear the hood? Is this supposed to be rotated around maybe to the side? There's a lot of adjusting we can do here. I like how this bottom pipe sits. So maybe I put this one a little bit more like that. Let's see how that goes. Definitely messed up something with this pipe. I'm trying to think how I could orient it right now. I mean, I feel like that other pipe has to be right. Like this fitment down here is perfect. I just don't know how I'd fit this pipe on to make this sit lower. All right, there we go. That fitment is a whole lot better. I'm honestly not too sure what I did. I wouldn't be able to tell you guys, but that should clear now. So we are going to tighten everything down. And there we are. Both intakes are in. It looks much better. It should perform much better. And we should hear some really awesome sounds. Everything's tight. It's all good. Hood should close. And we can start this bad boy up. We're gonna test it out. Let's hear it. We have to get off out of the neighborhood because I will genuinely be murdered if my car does anything loud in this neighborhood. But once we get on the main road, we'll hear it. And I took a look at those taillights too. They look so good. I'm so happy with how that came out. It's rainy. It's like always rainy here. I would love to roll the windows down, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. I might roll them down for like 1 pull, but I really don't want to keep the windows down when it's raining. All right, let's put it into sport. Let's hear this turbo spool. I am actually so excited for this. All right, here we go. We have to find a spot where we can get up into higher RPM. I'm turning up here, so hopefully we can get on it a little bit. I'm wondering if, I feel like I would have heard it by now. I'm wondering if you don't get that whoosh sound, like the until you do like a diverter valve or upgrading your charge pipes. I had an A5 a long time ago, a B8.5 A5, and I put an intake on that thing and I heard it whoosh. So that's why I thought it would do it with intakes on this, but it's possible that it's just a different system. But here, also roll the window down. Okay, I heard it a little bit there. It's not as... Okay, alright, I'm hearing it. With the window down. I will say, with the window up, there's no way I'm hearing that. I don't know if the camera picked it up. I hope it did. It sounds pretty good, it's just quiet. And I don't think it will be louder unless I do like a diverter valve. I think there's spacers you can get, but I don't think they work on the generation that I have. I think it's like, I forgot the generation is. Was it like D4 or something? Anyways, I don't know. I think I have a generation where spacers don't really work, so you either need to like downgrade or just completely upgrade them, which is expensive. And also charge pipes. I think if I did both of those things, I would hear a very loud swoosh, but that's not something I'm doing too soon. Well, there you guys have it. We put on the intakes. It was a rather easy job, the easiest job I've done on this car thus far, which is probably gonna stay that way. I have so many plans for this car, and let's just say there's no way anything else is gonna be easier, unless I do another oil change, something like that. But anyways, we put on the intakes. It was a lot of fun. We took it for a test drive. It was raining, so it was really hard to hear. I will say, I've been driving it for a couple days now with the intakes in. I can totally hear them at times with the windows down, and it sounds really nice. It's subtle, it's great, and I'm sure from the outside, if I was doing a drive-by, you would easily hear it. I will play some clips I got of it with the intakes in a little bit better so you can actually hear them. These are CTS turbo intakes. I don't know if I ever said that at any point. So if you're looking for the same ones, CTS turbo, they have really good fitment. They don't come with a heat shield. I hope that's not going to be a problem later down the line, but that is something we will find out. But yeah, that is going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys. We'll have more content coming, so make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all watching until the end, and we'll see you next time. Peace.